Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. Once again, let's see how far we can get. I was talking to my friend who has now informed me, the one that, told me about the game and all, has now informed me that the new game plus stuff is a good chunk. So we may still be here for a while yet. Talking with Sayo, we decide to take the route to the director's office that passes through the tunnel tank, the Fish of the World booth, and the back staff passageway. The small aquarium supposedly is a magnificent director's office. Supposedly to reflect Sayo's father's preferences, expensive foreign-made furniture situated around the room. It seems that, when the deep-sea fish booth was open, one could see through the tank and watch the deep-sea fish from the director's office. I'm a little excited that I'll get to see such a magnificent room. Wow, pretty! It's pretty, but why is it so calm? Probably because they're among companions. The tank part of the tunnel tank no longer has any meaning. As if all the air is filled with water. The fish are swimming all about. Like the bizarre incident I witnessed with Kinji-san with the cutlass fish. I'm left completely confused. Yep, there. Mari gently pets a ray that passes beside her. A group of sardine pass above our heads, casting shadows that look like bullets, and Mari follows them with her eyes until they pass. The flatfish that passes by my legs is a right-eye flounder? It's a large-toothed flounder. On the left is a large-toothed flounder. On the right is a right-eye flounder. Oh, that's confusing. Mayumi, you thought they were the same, didn't you? That's not so true. The large-toothed flounder is so crisp and crunchy. It's delicious as sashimi. The right-eye flounder is more soft and flaky, so it's better boiled in soy sauce. I know the difference. Big sister, you're such a glutton. Even you, Mari? Jeez, I say and puff up my cheeks. At any rate, being able to actually enjoy the aquarium like this is refreshing. We are enjoying it, but the feeling is different. If nothing scary happens, this unreality isn't bad. Straight ahead of where I'm walking and spacing out, the nose of a large shadow brushes past me. I fall on my backside in surprise. Geez, don't get so scared. It's because you get scared that they all react. Yeah, I'm alright. I wasn't scared, Bach. Just surprised. Was that a sunfish just now? The large fish with the shape of a shuriken is an ocean sunfish. My feelings on being so close its nose could brush against me was that it was honestly grotesque. With its hollow face and its sleek to the touch skin, it's like the face of an alien swimming about. It's because you're scared that they react. They react to our negative emotions. Just because these creatures are here, there's no indication that they'll attack. Right now, I think that they're enjoying it a little. I don't really get it, but because I get along with them, they might not attack us? Even back when you came to me to the souvenir shop, no matter how many doors we passed through, nothing happened. Maybe you're special, Mari. Mari, you're amazing. Mari proudly folds her arms. On the other side of the tragic fact that the fish like Mari are no longer living, it's the optimistic fact that they are not alone either. Manton Aquarium. When it's not experiencing phenomena as smaller than I expected, we probably walked for about 15 minutes. This is the director's office? Sayo nods, her lips pressed together. The door is solemn, bringing about an odd atmosphere. It's something of a mismatch with the tranquil aquarium, leaving a heavy impression. I'm a little scared, big sister. We took a look around, but Papa was nowhere to be found. So he must be here. This was his favorite place. Is there any chance that he's gone crazy? That he might have been taken by his own hatred or malice? There is, but Mayumi, you went back to someone who lost it before, right? There's no reason I can't either. In other words, you're prepared for whatever may happen. Yes, I have been from the start. Taking the lead, Sayo places her hand on the door. I told you to get out of here, kids. No, why? After entering the director's office, that's the first thing Sayo says. Just as Sayo told us, the director's office has expensive antique furniture, and one of the walls is a tank. The director's chair looks soft and comfortable to sit in. Why is he sitting there like normal? The director is sitting there calmly. Sayo-chan, I think something is different. A pale blue light is flowing out from the tank. Looking inside from the entrance, the form of the director sitting there has the transparency of a projection on a screen, wavering about. Let's have a little look. Sayo, who is trying to make her way forward, stops, her shoulders shuddering. Seeing her father, who had passed away right before her eyes, it's natural that she would want to get closer. I understand such a feeling well, but I also understand that we can't lose our cool either. I stand the furthest forward of the three of us, my focus on the director's desk. It's the director, Sakuragi Isao. There's no mistake, that's my papa. Director. On the screen of light, one more character appears. Saganuma Rieko. But is this like a video or something? Here she appears a little younger. Without even glancing her way, she faces the comfortably seated director. Saganuma Rieko has a frantic look on her face and places her hands on the desk. The director wipes away the spot where Saganuma Rieko had placed her hands on the antique desk. Get your fingerprints off my desk. She glares at the director for just a second before calming her expression. Why did you reject my plan? The greatest number of visitors to Mantini's building comes from women in their teens and 20s. There are also many couples. If we partner with other tenants or offered paired tickets, as well as attach ourselves to the image of a fashionable nightlife, we can expect a set of minimum number of customers. We could also partner with magazines for coverage. Other aquariums aren't being touted as date spots yet. If we follow this course, it would be extremely advantageous to all involved. It goes without saying, an aquarium isn't some flashy attraction. Our purpose through and through is to display living things. Having foolish young people point and laugh, where's the respect for living things in that? In that case, shouldn't we convey to young people the splendor of marine life, and teach them how precious it is, as well as the smallness of humanity? Well, I get that, but the precious life and the smallness of humanity doesn't pay the bills. Then what about this application? Saying nothing to me, throwing several million yen into an addition for the stage. Children would love that. The number of visitors would temporarily increase, but does it serve any other purpose? You employ animal trainers to train them from scratch. We don't have the know-how for this. Moreover, given the scope of Mantin Aquarium, how great of a show do you think we can offer? A show on a stage won't win against our competition. Let's make that clear. If people get bored soon after, then all we're left with is a balance in the red. It won't end up that way if the staff as a whole works together for that I don't think this director isn't good with funds. He's like, no, if we work together, we won't go bankrupt. Director, you understand nothing. What we need is a new measure that will yield fast results. As management, you at least should grasp the gravity of that issue, right? And all your plan concerns itself with is the profit of the immediate future. It's not money that keeps us going. Actually, it is. You can't really have a really expensive aquarium without money. It's living things. If we forget our feelings of respect for them, Manton Aquarium has no future. Admittedly, grants and stuff like that help a lot too, but that being said, I'm pretty sure the attraction fee pays for a lot of stuff as well. If we're shut down, many of them will be killed. Money absolutely supports Manton Aquarium, us, and the living things. Why can't you see that? It seems our ideas are fundamentally mismatched. Even so, I'm not merely thinking of profits in the immediate future. Couples nowadays will likely be married in the future. If they continue to enjoy Manton Aquarium, then 10 years from now they may bring their own children to Manton Aquarium. A result in 1 year is better than waiting 10 years for one, is it not? What? What? This director's an idiot. I'm sorry, Sayo, your dad's stupid. I mean, I'm not saying that he should have been clobbered to death or whatever happened to him, but Rieko's bringing up some really good points. That's not what I'm trying to say. Rather than focusing on couples and the like, shouldn't you worry about first getting married yourself? No, that has absolutely nothing to do with the business at hand. Thanks, Mr. Director. You're 27, right? Normally, one would be well on the way to having children at that age, wouldn't they? If you have nothing to say back, then you lack any persuasive ability. If you have time to think up nonsense plans, then you have time to think of the ways that the plan I'm pushing for can generate profit. I don't know, maybe that's more of a Japanese mentality. Or maybe it was just translated badly, but he sounds stupid. It's not like we're compromising the aquarium. It's still going to be a great spot for kids. It's just widening your target audience. The two forms waver and disappear. Nothing remains but the light leaking from the tank as I replay the conversation in my mind. My image of the director is completely changed. But he could have never said something like that in front of Sayo. Even Maria looks like she has something she wants to say, but she just bites her lower lip and holds it in. Horrible. Papa, you're the worst. The worst business person ever. Sayo's the first to put her feelings into words. I guess I should have said something after all. His way of thinking was completely wrong. Still, that was no reason to kill Big Sister. It's not over yet. Mari says, breaking through my words, and points towards the desk. It's clobbering time. An image once again appears in the light. Similar to before, it's those two again. The director seems to have more gray hair this time around, but is not showing it. Director, please take a look at this. What is this? I have finalized the proposed budget for plans to alter the jellyfish booth. This is so we can change to be more cognizant of the lighting, keeping true to the creation of a universe befitting the name Manton. Ibaraki's aquarium is saying that they are making their own alterations and plan to decrease the number of jellyfish, so we could cheaply inherit those jellyfish. The architect we've requested is popular, is the artist who designed the monument in front of Manton Station. Using connections through an acquaintance of mine, I plan to make use of him at a discount. As a prerequisite, I would like your word that if this plan succeeds, we can continue to request alterations to Manton Aquarium. I anticipate better synergy than I saw with the plan of mine you rejected 2 years ago. Although it's just fine if you don't think about it at all. Just giving your stamp of approval is also more than enough. The Saginaw Marieko's tone of voice is different from the previous ones. In those 2 years since she spoke to him, something must have happened to increase her confidence. What nonsense. It's precisely because I've guided us towards appealing to children that our customer base has increased in the last 2 years. Bringing your plan into play now would only put us in the red once more. So what? You just want us to treat the living creatures we obtain like cheap objects? The money we lost on the addition to the stage was recouped by my plan to collaborate with talent agencies. Do not forget that. The one who decided to make an addition to the stage was me. It was due to my intuition that we experienced success. Do I need to repeat myself? Your plan is rejected. No, Director, you seem a little short-sighted here. From here on, we focus on additions to the deep-sea fish booth. Even if you reject it, all the other employees are in agreement. Under the circumstances, even if you don't approve it, my stamp would be more than enough. In order for you to save face, Director Sakuragi, I'm humbly requesting your approval. How conceited. I always thought you were too brazen, ever since you came here on an internship in graduate school. You had no real business management experience, yet you somehow find nothing but fault with Manton Aquarium. Oh, okay, I thought she was actually, like, his advisor or something. Okay, never mind. Maybe she is an idiot. To say nothing of the fact that you decided to present it all to me in the form of a report. You have a point about my position as a graduate student at the time, but should I not tell you when it's relevant? Even if you had been an employee, the proper procedure is to address these things one by one with management. I'm at my limits with you. Listen, Manton Aquarium is my aquarium. Commit that to memory. Didn't you say something about paying respect to living creatures? You seem to be contradicting yourself. I'm not making any sort of contradiction. It's because of your impudence that you can't seem to marry. What's up with this marriage thing? Is that a Japanese thing? That they like get on to people about that? Without even reading it, the director tears up the plan in his hands and throws it away. At any rate, I will reject that plan every time you bring it to me. Do you have anything else you need to say to me? It's time to die, Mr. Director. No matter what the director says to Saginaw Marieko, she boldly smiles back. Possibly because she's trying not to show the fear she feels inside. Mari grabs onto my fingers. In contrast, Sayo silently watches the replay shown in the light without looking away. That's right, Director. It seems you've been taking the train to work lately. Yes, that's right. The company car is in for repairs. My, how unfortunate. There are some who speak badly of you, saying how you used funds to buy that car. But it seems to have quieted down, just as you might have hoped. Did you come here to expel sarcasm? I received the approval from accounting before making that purchase. There's nothing to blame me for. Indeed. We mustn't forget to get the approval of our management in accounting. And you have a child, so you have need of a car. That's enough. If you have time for such idle chatter, you have time to bring me a plan I can actually agree to. Yes, well, you said you were going to disagree to every plan. I think both of these people are in the wrong here. Yes. About half a month ago, I was on my way home from work, walking down the street at night, when I was almost hit by a car. That late at night, they were likely pressing their luck by speeding. Luckily, I was able to avoid them and they lightly hit a telephone pole, but it was just barely. With there being no people out so late, it could have been bad if I were involved in a hit and run. Yes? It was dark, so I couldn't see the license plate number, but I knew the model of the car. It was, yes, a foreign sports car. That's because it was a fast car. There are probably lots of idiots who drive fast late at night. I believe that it was about half a month ago when you started taking the train, wasn't it, Director? Do you mean to say that I did it? Well, I'm not saying you didn't do it. Don't be absurd. I was merely seeing if you had any thoughts. Director, I wouldn't dare bear such doubts in my heart. Get out. Get out now. My pleasure, Director Sakuragi. Should also be careful on the streets at night. In case anyone decides to murder you. The projection on the light begins to fade with Saganuma Rieko's unsettling laughter, finally disappearing altogether. The remnants of the light become droplets and are drawn into the ceiling, until the last of it disappears. A silence remains over the three of us. That's unacceptable. Unable to bear it any longer, I'm the first to open my mouth. The director probably did try to run Saganuma Rieko-san over. He may have even killed her, but if hate is returned with hate, the cycle will never end. Anger can beget nothing but anger, hatred can beget nothing but hatred, and malice will be returned with nothing but malice. At that rate, people can do nothing but argue and fight. Well, Mayumi, if that Himeno girl were killed, would you be able to go on without hating, for example, the one who created this Manton aquarium, my papa? Trying to think of a rebuttal, I shut my mouth, but Saya won't let me off that easily. Poison is something that exists to protect one's own body. Those dark feelings people direct at one another are the same. Because people know that someone else carries that poison, known as anger or hate. They basically won't come any closer than necessary, nor will they attack. Still, once one bares their fangs, there's nothing left but to fight. In order to protect oneself, the return poison with poison. In that case, it won't end until someone dies. Sayo-chan, that's scary. Mari says this in a serious tone, but Sayo doesn't look in her direction. She merely bites her lip slightly. I pat Mari's head and say to Sayo, there's the possibility of a light that can end the chain of hatred. Right, Mari? Big sister, what do you mean? Nothing, I'm just saying how great you are, Mari. That was... Okay then, I don't get it at all, but I got complimented, yay! Oh, super shallow. Seeing her innocently cheered up is so easily, I smile a bit. But I wonder what was up with that projection earlier. We proceed further into the director's office. There's no projector or anything of the sort. There's no explanation but that, just like the impression I got, the images were projected on the light leaking out of the tank. Who knows? You said you wanted to see the truth with me, so maybe the aquarium reacted to that desire, or something like that. No matter how ugly or terrible it is, we have reached the truth. All we have to do now is find Papa. If we want to bring an end to this world, we have to end the curse. The red Manton aquarium will disappear. That's probably what's on the other side of the truth Sayo seeks. At that time, what will happen to Mari? I am unable to give voice to the questions floating about in my heart. I'm sure this girl will easily give us those answers. What a shame. What you arrived at is nothing more than facts. We still hold the truth in our hands. Saganuma Rieko! Oh, I've come back to be evil again. Saganuma Rieko stands at the entrance to the room, the door having been left open. Having seen her argument with the director, my animosity towards her is softened. Even murderers have reasons. I can't be sure, but could the reason that she didn't directly lay a hand on Mari mean that she was trying to protect her? I was just thinking that I wanted to have a little chat with you. My, what an honor! You jerk, stop acting so high and mighty and tell us about the truth. No, that is her, but It isn't her. That whole projection was true. In light of my confrontations with management, the directors tried to settle things by taking my life, since there was no place for him anymore. Yeah, so as it stands, both of these people are in the wrong then. Stupid. That's why I decided to kill him. At Saganuma Rieko's words, the temperature in the room drops. The air becomes so tense at those few words that it's almost painful on the surface of my skin. No matter what truth she might be hiding, I'm sure that her murderous intent is pure. Mayu-chan, Sayo-chan, run away! Leave this to me! Kenji-san? The voice continues from behind Saganuma Rieko. It's a frantic voice, but a powerful and dependable one. How do you know Sayo's name? Kenji-san's eyebrow twitches. That's because I heard you guys call her that. That's enough, Kenji-kun. There's been a change in strategy. Uh-oh. A silence flows through the room. By my own discovery, the final line has been crossed. But I can't fall apart here. I have Mari by my side. Oh, man. It's getting spooky now. Anyway, I'm going to stop it up there for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. And, maybe we will play some more next time. Maybe we could do some streaming. Oh, that would be fun. I don't know. I'll have to see when my next day off is. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you next time for some more Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. Bye!